Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers and welcome back to Ravenport. Yep, I'm still picking up straw. And I don't know if I want to come back and pick up that much straw, but I probably will. Money wise, I was going to be happy if I got up to 80 and I said 90,000 would be great. We're going to reach 100 grand. That's right, 100 grand. Plus the extra straw I got back there, which I will pick up and leave in the loading wagon until I figure what I want to do with it. But I'm tired of making trips to the barn. Yeah, look at the hours on the John Deere tractor. It's all I've done is load up straw. We're on 2.8 hours on the John Deere already. The John Deere certainly has help with the extra horsepower. It gets up and go a lot faster. The Case tractor we had could do 28 miles an hour at max. Going downhill, this John Deere, without the train interrupting, can hit 38, 39 miles an hour. I think once I saw 40. But I have made a lot of trips to the barn selling the straw. So much so I thought a couple times and I said, nope, I'm not going to buy a bigger loading wagon just to do it this once. I'll just bite my teeth and bite my tongue, grind my teeth, and grind it out here. And that's what we done. So you ask yourself, so is he going to buy the horse Cedral? Yes, we are. Not right away. We are going to be just a tad short. Not much. But I don't want to buy the Cedral because I can't borrow any more money right now. So, you know, I can go sell the eggs and some wool, which will take some time to get that done. And yes, we'll be able to buy the Cedral, but yeah, I still got to buy seed and fertilizer for it. So we're going to put that up just for a little bit, but it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. It still will be bought in this in-game day because after I got done recording the last episode, I couldn't help but fool around with the big crone, the Big M. And you can see I'm getting pretty good money for this straw, by the way. I'm going to get like $2,100 for it. But I mowed around the field. I said, I better mow around this field because of crop destruction. I'll just damage more grass. So I mowed around it, and of course I said, well, now I can't stop there. I got to pick it up. You know, I want to see how much I got. I said, it's not going to be much. And I'll bring over to the BGA. Well, just by mowing, and I didn't mow all the way around the field either, just like the upper half and down towards the BGA. I got 92,000 liters of grass. And at $500 per 1,000, that means we're going to get like 45 grand at the BGA for silage when we sell it. And I fast forward time for about an hour after I compacted it. And it should be ready at some point in the next, somewhere around 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening. Somewhere's around there. So that's somewhere around 1,900, 2,000 hours. Now it's just a matter of how am I going to pick it up? Well, I was looking at the loading wagon, and the loading wagon says it shows a diagram. It does silage, but in the description it doesn't say it does. But if that doesn't work, if I can't pick up with a loading wagon, I got a belt, modded belt from Stevie. Once again, thanks Stevie. That we could use. Now, I've seen videos. I haven't been able to try this myself yet. But you don't need you don't have to dump it up into the upper part. You just have to dump in the trigger, so you can load it into the back of a tipper and then unload it that way. In theory, that's what I've seen. So somewhere around this evening, we should get another 45 grand. Now, also, I don't know if I mentioned this either. When you sell silage at the BGA, and I'm sure most of you already know this, you don't get the money right away. It's kind of like milk was in 17 and 15 and way back when. We'll get the money somewhere around midnight or at midnight, I think. So that's the only difference. It'll just look weird putting money into the BGA and not getting well, not money in the BGA, but silage in the BGA, not getting no money for it. So you can kind of see on the grass on the northern edge of the field here, you can see where it's been mowed and picked up. And yep, I'm not going to bother anymore. No more straw. This is taking me long enough. Long enough. So just think, I got 3 hours on the John Deere of picking up straw and a little bit of grass. And the John Deere didn't even do most of the field. So, so you can see I mowed like right until the edge of the concrete, up and around to the northern part, and that's it. And I got 90,000 liters of straw. Yes, sorry, of grass to make silage. I'm done for the John Deere. You have done a great job this morning. Thank you, sir. Wow, our loading wagon is a filthy mess. But we can come over here and see how it's doing. Yeah, this is 90,000 liters, so this pit's going to hold quite a bit. Well, if I put the HUD up, that would help. It's 35% fermented. Now, I can either just get the belt. Oh, it's already on. I can probably just get the belt system. That may reach from there to here. Anyways, but that belt system is like 30 grand. But like I said, we're going to get 45 grand as it is. But for this one time, because it's still going to make us tight. So in other words, I'm only going to profit. If I buy the belt, sell this, we get 45. I'm only going to make 15 grand, which still makes it just a little bit tight. So what I'm saying is, when we go into loading wagons, where are you, loading wagons? So this is the one we got right here. So it says a forage wagon collects grass, hay, or straw. It can also be filled with chaff. Well, here's straw, here's hay, here's grass, here's chaff, and there's showing silage here. So I'm not sure. So I think what we're going to do when the silage is ready, and this is kind of low, I can drive the John Deere in here, turn on the forage wagon. I don't know if it'll pick it up, or does the trailer just hold it. So I may be getting the belt anyways. But right now, and the funny thing is, I laughed earlier, it used to be when I used to flip through my tractors, I only had to go through 3 of them, but now I got a couple of them. I don't want the case. The Massey Ferguson. Where are we, Massey Ferguson? Okay, so yeah, I remember leaving it here. There is a fertilizer spreader. So what I'm going to do now is, since we're here and we got the shovel, boy, last episode I had nothing but problems picking this up. If I scroll out some, that'll help. There we go. Now we can see what I'm doing. But what we need to find out is in FS19, I'm going to fertilize that field number 7 first, and then when we seed it with the horse, I wonder if I'll get... It used to not be able to fertilize in 2 straight stages. So I don't know if it's going to count that way or not. So I'll find out the fun way and the hard way. And also, since we're here, so you see this wonderful transformation we got from put down the sheep pen. I watched a video yesterday, and I'm recording this on Friday, so I saw it on Thursday, which is... No, wait, today's Thursday. I'm recording this on a Thursday, so I saw it yesterday, and I have no idea what the week it is anymore. So that would be the 5th of December is when I saw the video on from Giants. Patch 1.2, which they kind of said is going to be out before Christmas. We will be able to do some terraforming ourselves. So after putting down like the sheep pen like this, you will be able to go around and kind of flatten it out. Now, you're saying, how is that done? Well, if any of you ever played City Skylines, or if you've seen people play City Skylines and how they smooth terrain, flatten terrain, raise terrain, it looks similar to that. I'm not saying it is that, but it's similar to that. And if you're really wondering, go to Farming Giants. Giants Farming Simulator's website, and you can probably find... Well, I think you can find it on their Facebook page, mostly. Ooh, 2,000 liters of fertilizer. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, so you can actually... It's almost like you're in Giants Editor, and you can You can actually raise the ground to make mountains or make big holes in the ground if you want. So it's not just like gently smoothing. I mean, you can actually do some stuff. And not only that, you can change the texture of the ground. So like right here, it's grass. I can change it to where it's gravel, whatever you like, from what I can see. So that update 1.2 will be coming out. They said before Christmas, so Merry Christmas to that. So that'll be a welcome sight. And also 1.2, also a lot of bug fixes. So here we are fertilizing our field. Like I said, I don't know. Actually, this should be, I hope it's enough. The less money we spend right now, the better. So I've been putting a lot of thought in how I want to do this. Yes, I want to get the horses. Pretty badly at this point. So basically how I think we're going to have to get the horses is we're going to plant this field of grass, obviously. The next time we cut it, we got to make some hay because we have no hay for our horses. And then, of course, all the extra grass will be put into the BGA, sell the silage, and the money we make from that, we will buy horses and put down a horse pen because there's a lot of things I still need to buy before we can get the horses. I need to buy a tedder. We do have a windrower. The barn I got to put up that can store hay and straw. So that'll be useful. And of course we got to buy the horse pen. And I still need to buy the seed drill. Because I'm not going to seed this field with the one that we have now, since we almost had the money for the horse seed drill anyways. It just, I mean, I love this game, but it just takes way too much time to do some of this stuff sometimes when you got a big field. Then after we do the horses, we will start saving up for a combine harvester. And I do not plan on borrowing any more money. So I think we're at like $1.79 million loan that we have. Bill at the bank is loving us once again because we're paying interest every night, like $6,000. So yeah, I don't want to borrow any more money, even if it's available to us. This farm is going to start turning over pretty quickly, I think. And after the combine harvester and the horses, we will look into slowly buying some more extra land because we will have a nice seed roll to get the job done better. I'm thinking the fields down over there by that silo, I think it's what fields, it's like 14 to 18, something like that. But let me get to fertilizing this field and I'll bring it back shortly. I got to bring stuff, I got to go clean up the chickens. The chickens are a mess down there. They're still producing well, so. But I'll see you in a while. Well, we had enough fertilizer, but that last strip, the spreader was not just wide enough. I was like off just a tick. We'll check how it is in a second, how this fertilizing went. Yeah, save in content, please do. Actually, it's not that bad. I was trying to stretch it out here, but I'm not going to go back and try to get all the little pieces. But that's looking fine. So at this point, what I need to do is I'm going to drop off the fertilizer spreader down here. Eventually we will have a garage over here. A garage with a barn, and eventually, I don't know if I'm going to put the cows where the trees are over there. I don't know if it'll fit. I do know the cows will fit over here, but I like to put the cows over by the tree. The closer the cows are to the BGA, the better, because, you know, they need silage for one. And then when it comes time to sell their manure and slurry, we can also sell at the BGA. It all depends on how this goes. I can find out how the fertilizing goes. Now, usually, like I said, I fertilize it. Now, usually if I go and try to do it with a seed drill, it won't fertilize again. The seed drill will use a fertilizer, but it won't count as the second stage. But right now, I think it's time. I need to go check on the chickens. As we see the sheep, they're nice and clean. If we check on the chickens, not so well. And the productivity is dropping a little bit. It's down to 90%, which, you know, still isn't bad. It's getting close to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, kind of ish. So I got a few more hours to go before the silage is ready. So down to the chickens we go. Looks like our fields down here are doing well. But if you look at the chicken pen, ooh, that's a lot of wheat and slash barley that is kind of stuck in the overflow area. I put the times up to 60 times just to get it to the evening hours a little bit quicker. Wow, chickens, you guys are messy. I'll have to check my fields up in a minute just to make sure that we don't have a weed problem anywhere. Of course, what's not helping is I'm cleaning this up and I got it at times 60 and the chickens are probably creating a mess just as much as I'm picking up. There we go. Chickens are cleaned. I wonder how much longer it'll be before someone comes up with a clean tables mod. What row are we on? We're on our last row of the eggs as well, so they're producing well. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, they're looking good. They're looking good. Productivity back up to 99. The weeds have kind of progressed to here and stopped. I'm okay with that. Very okay. But now, we can just teleport to here. It's almost 6 o'clock, so it should be like an 80% tile. Helps if I turn that on. 83%. So I'll bring it back shortly when we have silage. I know it doesn't look like much, but there's 90,000 liters here. Yeah, I'll see ya in a second. 99%, 100%, just as it gets dark. So 8 o'clock. So I'm trying to remember. I think it's just right around 12 hours for silage, for anything to ferment into silage. So let's open up the silo here. Turn the speed back down to 1 times. And I just realized I got hay. I got straw in here. Oh, that was not a smart move. The question is, since I own this land, no, I don't want to be in. How did I get in there? Can I get in here, please? Thank you. Let me pull forward here. Ah, yes, we can dump that out. Alright, no problem. Sort of. Trying to find my button on the keyboard, not watch where I'm driving. Alright, so the moment of truth, kind of. Let's put this down, turn this on. Does this pick up silage? It does pick up silage. It does pick up the silage. The problem is my bunker is not opening up further. Am I going to have to do that myself? I'll tell you what, I'll work on this just for a little bit because I can see, I think I got to get more of it in the front area. And then the rest of the bunker, I'm sure, will open up. So, yeah, I'll do this a fun way, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, well, I don't have a full trailer. But for some reason, I can't open up the pit anymore. It says fill level silage, but it won't. Why won't you? Good question. Good question. Let me leave this, well, I shouldn't have to leave it on. Now, hopefully, or maybe not. Aha, there we go. I'm in the trigger. Now, the thing is, our money's not going to go up at all. But if we look at it's accepting it, so that's good. Alright, so we have sold some silage. What does that mean? I don't know. So, oh yeah, since I'm going by here, I am curious about this tank. I don't know if this tank does anything. Did this say North Foil Cool Gas? I was wondering if it's like some kind of special gas tank or something, but I'm pretty sure it's just a tank. Anywho, let me see if I can figure out what's going on with the rest of the silage. If I can figure it out, I'll bring it back. If not, we'll just come back at midnight and see what we made from that. Oh, you know, how much we put in there. But let me see if I can figure out what's going on here. Well, I tried the John Deere for a second, and I thought, wait a minute. I got a Massey Ferguson with a shovel on it. Let's see if that'll open it up. And sure enough, I went and picked up that little piece of silage that was on the side that the forage wagon couldn't pick up, and it had no problem picking it up. There we go. Thank you, Massey Ferguson. We'll leave the tractor. I think we got plenty of lights on around here, actually. Let's fire up the John Deere. Make sure you hit the lights around the right times. There, now we can pick up some more silage. A lot of silage. Like I said, this silage should bring us 45 grand around midnight. So I actually do want to take a nice little screenshot of this. As you probably already know, because you've seen the thumbnail maybe. Is there a max limit on this thing? That's the other thing I don't know. I wonder if it's 50,000 like before. I need my HUD back up, so I don't know if that is down. Alright, it was down. Well, I did have to speed up time because, yes, same as before, the BGA can only take 50,000 liters at a time. But I think this will be the only time, unless something drastically goes wrong and I can't afford a $30,000 belt, that I'm going to do it with a loading wagon. It's not the easiest thing to do. I've had to adjust the height of the loading wagon a couple times just to try to get this stuff. Yeah, so in case you didn't know, at least on a PC, if you take your right mouse button and you go up and down, you can lower and raise the height of the pickup. Let's get all of the silage that we can. Now, as far as I know, the price of silage at the BGA is always going to be 500. I don't know if they're going to change that or what the plan is. Bunker silo is empty. See if I can get my loading wagon roughly where it should be. Let's go dump off our last 9,000 liters of silage here. But I do love it now. We don't really need a wheel loader to kind of do it. Not that it was too expensive to get one of those, but you already got a forage wagon, you can do that. And it's faster probably than using a small bucket on the Massey Ferguson. Alright, so let's speed up time here. Oh, the other thing I want to do, no, before we speed up time, I do have $100,000. No, that's the wrong one. We're going to repay the $100,000 because it will save us some interest. Not a whole lot. Alright, I'll speed up time and we'll see what we get from the BGA. We better get something from the BGA. Got a pile of straw that's sitting here. And while we're waiting, I might as well start driving on down. We're going to see a couple numbers. Interest rate of probably like, I don't know, 8 or 9 grand. Oh, almost 10 grand. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie. Alright, now we'll slow down time back again. Hit the brakes here so I don't keep coasting. So we should be able to borrow back somewhere right around there. So after we buy our Seadrill, I should have 30 grand, which would be enough to buy the belt, but I don't need the belt right now. But let's head on down to the store so we can buy our Seadrill. Ah, time to buy some new toys. So, I mean, here's my dilemma. If I'm going to fertilize before I seed, and it doesn't count, I'm almost better off buying this guy. Because it's 3 meters wider. Yeah, I don't know. I think what I might do is not buy it just yet. I think I'll go on my test map and see what it does, because I got a funny feeling, you know, because we're going to fertilize before we seed. Yeah, I think I need to think about this just a little bit. Yeah, because we're going to be using a lot of our digestate from the BGA to fertilize the fields first. But I mean, if it does actually fertilize, yeah. So I think I think we'll hold off on that. Turn the engine off, and I'll have to take a long, hard think about it. But at least we sold some silage at the BGA. Yippee skippy. We got some money there. Not as much as I thought. I mean, we had over 90,000, so at 500, it should have been more than 45 grand. I was checking the price. Price is still at 500. Eggs are not too bad. But yeah, I gotta start paying off that loan. As we saw, almost 10 grand in loan interest. That's gonna hurt. But just think, I mowed around that grass field, and I got 90,000 liters of grass. How much grass is that field going to give us when it's grass? It's going to be quite a bit. Ooh, wool's going up. May have to sell some wool tomorrow as well. first thing in the morning. But yeah, I think I might go on my test map and just do a quick test to see after I fertilize a field and then use a horse. Does it? I mean, if it does fertilize, then I'm going to get the horse, because that way, you're over and done with it. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll see you next time in Ravenport. But until then, have a good one.